In this story, 7 people have been arrested in connection with an elaborate scheme to traffic flying squirrels out of the U.S. I don't know if anybody saw this story. I don't really care if you saw the story, but you're seeing it now because this is so strange that I don't know. I had to click the link. So 7 people were arrested for a scheme. This is from MSN.com. 7 people were arrested for a scheme to traffic flying squirrels, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission announced. An investigation showed that over 3,000 squirrels were trapped over the course of 3 years. The dealers organized a scheme to move the squirrels across Florida, Illinois, and Georgia before they were ultimately transported to Asia, according to officials. So, okay. Last January, the FWC launched an investigation into a complaint from a citizen who was concerned individuals were illegally trapping the animals, which are often dubbed gliding squirrels because they have the capacity to glide through the air between trees. I'm sorry. The first thing I thought, okay, yeah, lady, that was my question too. To Asia for fucking what? That was exactly my question. What do we need flying squirrels in Asian for? I kind of get the whole, tusks, the ivory from the tusks. I get that because it's kind of a rare commodity and you can do cool shit with it. What do you do with a flying squirrel exactly? Besides maybe have it as a pet. So the Florida dealers involved in the plot sold the creatures to buyers from South Korea, according to FWC. The dealers employed a complex travel scheme that spanned over Illinois, Georgia to move the squirrels before they were ultimately transported to Asia. Now, according to the commission, the poachers deployed as many as 10,000 squirrel traps in the state and captured roughly 3,600 flying squirrels over the course of 3 years. The international retail value of the poached wildlife, according to the FWC, exceeds $1 million. So there's your answer. Why is it illegal to sell them? Keith says that's nuts. Dude, I appreciate the pun. That is absolutely nuts. Makes you sad, Becky? I get it. I don't know. I don't know. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Maybe. See, now that would be an interesting story. Flying squirrels being smuggled to Russia. Boy. So basically, the company called Hyam Creative, based in South Korea, paid Rodney Credle Knox, one of the men charged in the scheme, over $200,000 between November 2017 and April 2020. 66-year-old Knox has been charged with racketeering, money laundering, grand theft. According to commission, the charges could send him to prison for up to 30 years, according to National Geographic. Okay, so first of all, we have a black market for flying squirrels I didn't fucking know about. That's amazing, first of all, okay? Second of all, I forgot the number already. 3,600 flying squirrels. Like, come on, man. Come on, folks. You can't be stealing these flying squirrels. You're wrecking the environment. Yeah, I'm trying to, there's a black market for squirrels, flying squirrels. And for 3,600 flying squirrels, I could make over $1 million. Like, that totally, okay, my investment is what? 10,000 squirrel traps, an elaborate plan and scheme, some teammates, and maybe not hire the fucking narc that told on us for poaching the squirrels in the first place. Bastard. So, now here's that got me. We got 30 years. And this is one thing, he's got in trouble for this crime of stealing squirrels, poaching squirrels, and the punishment, because the law enforcement officials, our lovely law enforcement officials, like to try to stack up charges on people to get the maximum possible sentence, in fear that some of it won't stick. So if all the charges stick, according to this article, the charges could get him up to 30 years. That's ridiculous. 30 years. I don't care who you are. 30 years for smuggling some squirrels. Like, can you imagine? I'm sitting there in jail, and I'm sitting there next to Bubba, and he's like, yeah, I'm in here for, murdering a town of nice ladies. They were all nice ladies, and I murdered all of them. What about you, bud? What are you in for? Well, funny story. I massacred a village of squirrels. That's what I did. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I would have no choice if I'm in prison to sit there and make up some shit that I did to make it sound way worse, because there's no damn way in hell I'm going in there and telling people that I got arrested and I'm in here for 30 years because I smuggled squirrels to Asia. Not a chance in hell. Fuck all that. So he literally just sold squirrels. Okay, so Lady Dell says he should be punished, but That's more time than most rapists. Exactly. Think about that. Think about that. Some people getting in trouble for some real, actual, heinous shit. I could care less about some squirrels, man. I did a squirrel, dude. You rock, says the murderer. Yeah. What are you in for? I did a squirrel. Got caught on camera outside in the Wendy's parking lot. I'm sorry. That just, just can't get any worse. Maybe that's how they made American COVID. Fucking squirrels. You know, this is why this is the show for highbrow ideas and lowbrow packaging. This is exactly why, because, you know, you never know what kind of shit we're going to come up with, our collective imagination. This is ridiculous. I can't. All right. So see if there's anything else interesting. Okay. Oh, a total of 25 felony charges have been made, and additional charges and arrests may be pending. What? He's already got 25 charges, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just talking about everybody. I don't want to read more. All right, we got it. 30 years, and there's a rapist who gets less time. Shaking my head. Yep, that's exactly right. And that's why we don't put our justice system in the hands of the federal government or state government or local government. You know, I'm sorry, we don't. It should be all private market. I think everybody would actually get, you know, more fair sentences that would actually make sense. It would actually serve the community and actually keep these people out of the community. And if you're going to, like, sell squirrels, like, dude, I don't know. What do you do about this? Like, I'm sitting there thinking about these things. You know, I always think from an anarchist perspective. Okay, what would we do in this situation in a free society? How would we prevent some dude smuggling squirrels to Asia? Would that even be an issue? Would we even give a crap? Like, okay, would there be like some kind of insurance to cover squirrels? I don't know, man. I don't know. I would love to hear some solutions. I'm sure there's some solutions. And I guess the question is, why does he feel like this is his way of making money? Why does he feel like, why is there a black market for squirrels? That's the question. I didn't even answer that. All I answered is that the squirrels are worth something and he got some money for it and he's going to jail for it. That is really weird. I'm curious now. I'm going to look that up real quick. So we got a black market for flying squirrels in South Korea. And as soon as I hit this enter key, feds will be at my door for trying to arrest me for smuggling squirrels. It's just more on that story. I don't care about the story. I just want to know, why is there a black market for flying squirrels? What do they want them for? Oh, well, we'll figure it out later. If anybody has any answers, I'd like to know. Why are they so valuable? Do they like cut off their little wings, their little gliders, and stitch them into like a big giant quilt that they can like glide off cliffs with? Is that what they do? Maybe that's what they do. Like some kind of like what's it called? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where he like stitches people's body parts together and shit and wears their skin. Why do Americans want ferrets? That is also a good question. I've known people that wanted ferrets, had ferrets. I don't know. Those are some creepy looking things. Lady Della quilts. Hey, listen, lady, I got a proposition for you. You did a fantastic job on that shirt. Now, I know if I got you some flying squirrels, you could make me one hell of a flying squirrel quilt that, you know, push comes to shove. If the danger happens and I need to like take a running leap off a cliff, I can bust that bitch out, strap it to my shoulders, and I can get away. All right, this shouldn't even be illegal. Dude sold a rodent. Now, I do know that there is some level of trying to maintain the environmental, like the idea of not messing things up any more than we already have. You know, that idea that we've brought, like, what is it, rabbits and shit over, and foxes or whatever over to Australia, and now they're trying to deal with that by bringing another invasive species in, and then we've got that kudzu plant, the ivy that grows all over the place that they're bringing over here, and, you know, there is something to be said about trying not to do that, I guess, but flying squirrels, man. I don't know. Maybe they're just fucking bored out of their gourd. Maybe they really are a delicacy over there. Maybe they like them. Glorified rat beats your argument. I'll give you that.